So Raje Ke Aayegi Barat was my own voice, and then Gulam, my voice was dubbed because they collectively felt as a team that my voice was not good enough for the role and I would have to sacrifice my soul and my voice for the part. Why don't actors always do films which are inspiring? Of course, there is a balance that we have to set, but we can't always do films which are spearheading a certain message. I'm going to maintain your voice in my movie. And thanks to him, that because Kuch Kuch Hota Hai was such a big mainstream film and such a big blockbuster, that people accepted my voice in that film.
They don't call her the Queen of Hearts for nothing. Over the last 20 years and more, she has delivered some of the finest performances, and that streak continues with Mardani too. Welcoming Rani Mukherjee in conversation with Pink Villa today. Welcome, Rani ma'am. How have you been?
Welcome to you on Pink Villa.
Yeah. You have actually battled against all odds all your life. I remember, but you tell me, do you recall any incident where when you started off, people made passes at, maybe at your height, at your voice, and said that you will never be able to make it. Today, when you look back in the last 20 years, I don't think anybody has delivered the kind of performances that you have delivered.
I think it had happened with my voice. I think at the time that I started doing films, I don't think there were actresses who had a husky voice like mine. They were all quite shrill and very sweet, and I don't have a sweet voice. So it was slightly different for an actress to have a voice like that, especially somebody who's debuting. So Raje Ke Aayegi Barat was my own voice, and then Gulam, my voice was dubbed because they collectively felt as a team that my voice was not good enough for the role and I would have to sacrifice my soul and my voice for the part in Gulam. But luckily for me, there was somebody like Karan who was debuting with Kuch Kuch Hota Hai. Karan came up to me and said that, Rani, I heard your voice is dubbed in Gulam, because Gulam and Kuch Kuch Hota Hai was happening at the same time. Yeah. And I said, yeah, they believe that my voice is not good enough, which is like, okay. So he said that, did you dub for your first film? I said, yes, of course I dubbed for my first film. So he said, okay, but I like your voice, so I'm going to maintain your voice in my movie. And thanks to him, that because Kuch Kuch Hota Hai was such a big mainstream film and such a big blockbuster, that people accepted my voice in that film. And somehow, my voice has become my identity today.
Mardani is about women empowerment, and you have always played strong women because you are a strong woman yourself. But when there's a film like Mardani, and there are a lot of actresses who have come across and said, and sadly it's been mostly actresses who come and said this, that on one side we have films like these, which is spearheading the movement for women, and on the other hand there are films which are celebrating a certain amount of toxic masculinity. As an actor, there are a lot of people who said that you have a choice to say no to such films. What is your generic idea or general idea on the same? Because there Kabir Singh did a huge number, but it was literally bashed for the toxic masculinity that it actually glorified in a way.
See, for me personally, I've always been a part of films where I've showcased the modern Indian woman in its truest and strongest form, and I would continue to do so. Because somewhere, I think the kind of person I am or the kind of belief I have is that, yes, you have to have freedom of expression, because if you don't have freedom of expression, you can't be in the creative line. So yes, there has to be a great balance where you are also achieving in your creative space what you want to do, as well as you're doing something which is inspiring for the youth or the country or women alike. There has to be a balance. So if I do a film like, say, Bunty or Bubbly, I've also done a film like Black. If I've done a Veer Zara, I've also done a Mangal Pandey. So I think for me, it's important that if I'm portraying a role, yes, there is a question always that, why don't actors always do films which are inspiring? Of course, there is a balance that we have to set, but we can't always do films which are spearheading a certain message. We also have to do something which we as cinema people have to believe that we are in the field of entertainment. So through our entertainment medium, we have to showcase different emotions of, say, comedy, horror, social issues, action, romance, and through this we get to play different parts. So yes, as an actor, I would like to do different parts, but not withstanding from the fact that is this going to be taken in the wrong way? because there will always be a debate on this, that where do you draw a line to your creative freedom and social responsibility. So I think it has to be an amalgamation, and one needs to kind of create a balance in that.
Rani ma'am, I will ask you this, that in a recent interview during Hichki, you had said that there was a time when married actresses were considered dead commodities. People like you, Kareena, Vidya, all these actresses have completely shifted the game. You guys have been game changers in your own ways. Do you think that there are better roles written for women today? You've done a Black back in the day, but today you're doing a Mardani, a Hichki, a Mardani 2. Do you think that producers are also willing to put more money on films that are driven by women, even if they are not women-centric, so to say?
I think firstly, I don't believe that we are the game changers, because before us there was a lot of actresses who have done films being married and having children, whether it was Dimple Kapadia, Sharmila Tagore, Hema Malini, Jaya Bachchan. They've all done it in the past. So I don't think that we should be credited for something that they have very, very successfully also done in the past. Today, with the I would say the increase of OTT platforms, where people are getting to watch so much content on television with the click of a button, where you can see a show from South America to a film in France, like a French film, or you can see a Malayalam film or a Telugu film or a Hindi film, or you can see a Chinese film or a Japanese film, shows from all around the show, Korean shows. Yeah. So it's all there for you to watch. So I think there has been an increase, I would say, want for the audience to watch content-based stuff. So today they are not only wanting it to be seen in their home screens, they also want to watch it on big screen, on mainstream cinema. And today people are shelling out cash and going and watching such films. Before, the content-based cinema was kept for a few audiences, but not for mainstream, because everybody believed that, oh, we want to go through the suspension of disbelief and we want to feel that we are out of, in God's land, or we are in a different land. But today I think tables have turned. Audiences are giving a thumbs up for content-based cinema. So filmmakers are getting more encouraged to do films which are content-based. In return, the actors are more confident to play such roles and accept such films, because they know that there is going to be an audience for it. So if you make a good film, the audience will come and watch it. So I think it's a collective thing. I don't think there is one particular movement that it's women-centric or it's male-centric. I think today it's more about content-centric. So whether it's content, so if a woman is spearheading it or a man spearheading it, I don't think the gender is anywhere relevant anymore. I think it's more about what is the content that you're bringing on table.
Thank you so much, Rani ma'am. This was a lovely conversation.
Thank you.
And
thank
all
you.
the best for
Thank you. Hi, this is Rani Mukherjee and you're watching me on Pink Villa. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to Pink Villa.